Hi there, karibu tukuza matunda. Today we are back at our Tumaini Orchard, and I just want to quickly share an update on where we are with this project. And today I'll be talking about an issue that is a challenge that has presented itself to us. But in this life, you should be prepared to face challenges. And like I said earlier when we started this project, I said that I will share our journey, and that includes our challenges that we face, because I can assure you it's not a smooth ride. And I want to quickly speak about the issue of hailstones. Hailstones is a situation, or rather is an issue that affects us, and any fruit farmer out there would agree with me that hailstones can really mess your work. So whenever we experience some heavy rains, the rains tend to be accompanied by this white stuff. Here we call them rain of maize, mvua ya mahindi, right? Or if you understand this language, bra bebe, you know. And it's not a new thing here. And what happens is that if it becomes, or rather if we receive heavy rains accompanied by hailstones, our young seedlings tend to suffer. So if you take a closer look on this seedling, you will see some leaves that have been perforated, and those holes is as a result of those hailstones. Yes, those white particles. So whenever they come and they are big in size, expect more damages to your young seedlings. So for the young seedlings, the section that I'm in right now has young seedlings that we planted much later, and the upper section up there, as you can see, has seedlings that are slightly older. The upper section is where we started, and it's just a small phase that we did much later. So the damage that we have recorded here is that for the young seedlings, the hailstones tend to completely destroy some of the leaves, and there's nothing you can do. You leave these leaves to heal by themselves. We don't immediately remove them, but as you see signs of new leaves developing, then the severely affected ones, the ones that you think have reached the end, you can remove them. But immediately after we receive the hailstones, what we usually do is to quickly do a copper spray. And the reason why we do that, or just a fungicide, you just apply a fungicide, is to ensure that the injured part, that is the leaves or the stems, the injuries, because it's a wound that you're causing to the tree or to the leaf, that pathogens don't take advantage of that, or rather diseases don't use the injured part to attack your trees. So it's always recommended, whenever you even prune your trees, by the way, it's always recommended that you do a fungicide spray. Copper gives the best results. So yes, we have already done a copper spray here, and I want to take you to the section where we have the mature seedlings. And what you'll notice is that the damage has manifested itself differently here. So this is the section that has a, you know, these big trees, and as you can see, they are roughly 4 feet tall, right? So what happened is that because the leaves are more developed and they are well adapted now, the leaves were not shredded by the hailstones, but the upper part of the tree, you will notice some black marks. I'm not sure. Yes, can you see that? You see those injuries? Those injuries on the stem, and it's only the upper part. The lower part is not affected at all, because the hailstones, of course, come from up. So this is the part that received them, or rather get hit by them. So those marks, those injuries that you're seeing, depending on the size of the hailstones, will cause some injuries on the tree. One day I hope to invest in a camera that can capture this, but for now we can work with what we have. It is what it is, and that's why I said once we receive that, we ensure that the tree is well, you drench it with a copper fungicide, or a fungicide for that matter. And that is to ensure that these wounds heal without getting infection. Besides the leaves being destroyed, our trees have finally started to flower. Not all trees have flowers, but I want to just show you. Yeah, that's not the best example to show, but some have flowers already. And this is one of the enemies of flowering. Yes, here we are. This one has more developed flowers. Take a closer look there. Yeah, there you go. So those are flowers, and as you can see, that stem has equally been affected. You see those black marks, the hailstone marks. And if we continue receiving these hailstones here, this is also one of the causes of flower abortion. You will agree with me, based on the injury that it has caused on that tree, if those hailstones landed on the flowers, the next thing you find is flowers lying all over. In the past, in our previous projects, we've experienced such losses, and I can tell you it can be devastating, to say the least, because after taking good care of our trees, look at those beautiful flowers there, then one afternoon you receive very heavy rainfall with hailstones, and boom, your investment is at risk. So yeah, we, besides praying, asking our Heavenly Father to have mercy on us and to spare our trees, I think we want to go further and ensure that we have some shade nets just on this small section. Last year we suffered the same fate, and I can tell you it has not been easy selling fruits that have been scarred. So besides the leaves being shredded, the flowers coming out, or rather falling down, if these hailstones hit your farm when you have fruits, mature fruits or fruits that are coming up, I can tell you it's not easy. And last year, a friend of mine shared some photos of his farm, and I think that was somewhere in Kericho. and the trees were seriously affected by hailstones. And I can tell you, those fruits become next to impossible to sell. Because you head to the market whereby you're competing with fruits that are not scarred, that are clean. This one will have permanent marks that are hard to remove. They usually actually don't come out. And for us, it's taken like, yeah, close to 8 months before the fruits cleared. So it's not a good thing. Now we know. We want to prepare for the hailstones, and the only way we can prepare is by ensuring that yeah, our trees are protected. So we have to dig deeper and put some shade nets here. I would rather spend more money to secure these trees than to have fruits that I'll struggle to sell in the market. We've been there before, we've learned our lessons, and we just want to do things right. I can assure you, if we get quality fruits, then the job of selling them becomes very easy. And the opposite is true. So this region of Nyandarua has become very prone to hailstones. Yeah, and I'm more than happy to hear how you deal with the hailstone menace. Yeah, besides that, I think we continue to take care of our farm. Like I said, because we experience the rains, weeding, we continuously weed this place. For example, on this particular bed, you can see weeding has already taken place on one side. This other one has weed, and that is work for tomorrow. Yeah, you can see all that weed. Yeah. So that's what is happening. Besides our usual activities of spraying, yeah, and removing of suckers. So thank you so much. Happy to hear your feedback on how you address the hailstone menace, and share this video, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Asante.